Hello in TV land.
I can't be seen.
You can't be seen? Somebody's gonna be short. Nope. That's perfect. That's perfect. Everybody in the shot? Everybody's in the shot.
Hi.
Hello, and welcome to the greatest podcast.
Are we live right now?
Yes.
We're live.
Oh, hi!
This seems really awkward.
I was like, oh.
And it's like,
Yeah, between the Snapchatting and the playing cards that are going on.
I'm not
right now.
Snapchatting.
I'm just shuffling.
I am not Snapchatting. I'm trying to get the link to my people.
Welcome to the most distracted podcast in the known universe. This, of course, is Pop Culture Uncovered.
Whoop, whoop.
Once again, broadcasting live from Fantom Comics in Washington, D.C. Fantom, of course, is hosting us again graciously. Before we get too deep into the show, I did want to point out some of the polls we have from Fantom for this week.
Yeah.
So, first and foremost, Ed Brubaker is a really good, close personal friend of mine. I'm lying. But
Wow.
Is that Abu Bakr?
Ed Brubaker,
Abu Bakr?
which is actually really cool. But no,
Okay.
Ed Brubaker.
There we go.
I was like, what Arabic?
Although Ed Brubaker, of course, is the writer of such things as all the comic books that ended up being made into Captain America: Winter Soldier. Also the writer of Fatal. Also the writer of the current series of Kill or Be Killed. And this is Velvet. This is the second trade paperback. It's awesome. It's about Velvet Templeton and her delving into the mystery of who murdered her husband. Of course, it's set in the 1960s. I love this book. I wish this book would go on for forever. And even though I was buying for all the single issues, as I was telling y'all already this evening, I didn't know that the series apparently already came to an end.
Ooh.
So this is the last trade, but you should get it because it's kind of awesome with awesome sauce on top of it and on the side.
We are sideways.
Wow,
We're gonna fix that.
we're sideways.
We are totally sideways.
What kind of foolishness is that? Are we still sideways?
We are. Let's see.
We're,
The magic. No, we are not.
wow. Okay, so
Some type of inception.
let me explain something. When you buy tripods that are on sale for $10.99
Don't do
at
it.
Amazon.com,
Don't do it.
and maybe you don't thoroughly investigate all of it.
For the first time?
You're using it for the first time
For a live stream?
for a live stream.
That's not a good idea.
No, it's not.
No.
Yeah.
Again, as part of our ongoing conversation, I've been to school for like 17 years longer than you. But apparently you should be in charge of everything because you have more God-given common sense than I do on the best possible day. But nevertheless,
Okay.
So what book are you recommending this week?
Okay, so because I'm holding Teen Comic Book Club at Fantom tomorrow, we're going to be reading Raven next. First, we're going to be discussing the Flintstones because that is actually surprisingly a good comic. But Raven is getting her own miniseries for only 6 issues, so just one trade paperback. And it's going to be in between the new Teen Titans Rebirth series, but I'm really excited for this because it's Raven and she's an awesome character. And then, I didn't know that this came out this week, but I love Joyride. Joyride is a really great sci-fi comic about these 3 characters that end up going into space and are basically fugitives from the government because they're in space and humans aren't supposed to be in space. As in the government's oh no, you can't leave Earth. There's a whole little shield over Earth and it's bad. But it's a really good comic. I'm gonna do a book club for the first trade, which is coming out in October. But I really love the artwork. The creative team is also really funny on Twitter. They share memes with each other and all this stuff. So that's how you know it's a quality creative team, by the memes that they share on Twitter. Okay, I'm good.
Okay.
She's going back to her deck of cards.
So my choices for this week are the DC Universe Rebirth of Cyborg, and then there's also Cyborg Rebirth. So it's a little bit confusing. However, Cyborg Rebirth is just the one-shot. It's just an introduction to the character now in the Rebirth universe. And then this is the beginning of the monthly. So definitely check it out. Cyborg and Raven were actually my 2 favorite characters from Teen Titans. So I'm definitely happy and looking forward to seeing where this goes.
No Starfire?
There's no. I mean, the Starfire New 52 has been.
Okay, no.
You mean out of Teen Titans?
I mean the original. Like,
that was not taking any sugar honey iced tea. There you go.
Oh, that's the best part.
You gotta keep it PG in here. Okay, and then next is the latest issue of Kingsway West. So, I just picked up the first and second one. I've heard nothing but good things about it. Basically, long story short, it's if Chinese immigrants in the West, they discover something called red gold. And now they control all of the shipments in and out of the area, so they have a foothold there where the red gold is produced.
Monopoly?
Yeah, a monopoly. There you go. They're monopolizing it. So, and there's this guy, his name is Kingsway, and so he's kind of like this outlaw rebel, you know, I'm not going to do anything, I'm not getting involved, and some lady was like, hey, you need to be involved, and he's like, man, I don't want to. She's like, but you want to, and he's like, okay, fine. So that's that. And then, of course, you have to go and pick up Power Man and Iron Fist. The run is coming to a close. We've already gotten the news, which really sucks.
Oh, he's not leaving, is he?
No, I'm sorry, no. Take it back. I'm thinking of Nightwing.
Ooh,
sorry, not even Nightwing. Nighthawk.
Man, you about to...
Nighthawk.
I was like, Nightwing's ending when? Why?
She wants butts. Nighthawk. No, I'm sorry, because it's a green title. Not green, it's a Walker title, so I'm like, Power Man, Iron Fist, no. Don't listen to me. It's been a long day. I'm gonna have everybody have a heart attack.
Yeah.
Do you see your face?
No.
Nighthawk by David Walker is ending. So go pick that up.
Yes.
Nightwing is not ending. It just started.
We just
They canceled it already. Not enough butts. Not enough butts.
No, that's not even a problem. He just got back into the suit. How do you like
Exactly.
cancel
Yeah,
it?
because he was definitely doing his
Weird.
I'm an agent.
Stuff.
No, thank you. More butts. Like I said, Power Man and Iron Fist #8. It's fun. That's all I can really say about it. It's just so much fun. I love their friendship. I love their dynamic. I love how they interact with each other and the adventures that they go on. And they really care about where they are and where they're from and the people in their lives in their city. So it really translates. So go pick it up.
Yeah, I really like the art on that book. And it's funny because...
Green? Yeah.
Yeah, because
Sanford
Green's art is interesting. Because I don't know that there are some characters that I don't know that naturally I would like to see his art. Mm-hmm. But I couldn't imagine anybody else drawing this book other than him. I feel like...
I think he does really great with motion too.
He
like
does.
That issue when they were at the radio show.
Yeah.
That was amazing. Just like how he does action and motion and how it's really fun. And I just love it.
Yeah, I mean...
Yes, and he works really well with Walker. Like the way that he depicts, you know, the story and the pacing of it, of course. They're great to me.
I mean, I think Power Man and Iron Fist is one of Marvel's best books, and the thing is, it's consistently been that way.
Yeah.
Which is why I almost had heart palpitations.
When I said
I was like, man, I can't have nothing no more.
We'll go into that.
Yeah, we're going gently ease in. You know, you gotta pull the scab off. You know, quickly.
Oh God.
But speaking of scabs, Suicide Squad.
Yes.
Now, the only reason why I mention it is that the much aligned, much hated, 26% rated Suicide Squad film for Rotten Tomatoes just earned more money internationally than Captain America: Winter Soldier. And the reason why that's so shocking is that Suicide Squad was not released in China.
Wow. Really?
Yes.
What was the reason?
I believe.
Was there any reason cited?
I don't think there was any particular reason that was given. But when you talk about, you know, a government controlling the actions of a group of individuals, threatening them by force to carry out their.
I wonder where that happens.
Well, you know.
I just asked a simple question.
So, but no, I mean, so for me, it really speaks to the difference between what critics expect out of a film. Where I feel like the critics are like, if it's not a Christopher Nolan film and DC's making it, it's just you know, it's trash.
That's kind of a really weird expectation. It's not even high. It's just weird.
I agree, but I mean, obviously, audiences didn't feel that way,
Right? You put his name on it, they're gone. They're flocking to the theaters.
So, I guess this leads to us to have hope that Margot Robbie will indeed get her Harley Quinn solo movie. Seeing how I guess DC is exploring, well, Warner Bros. Is exploring doing a 2-picture deal with her, and I guess she has a development deal.
Oh wow! Okay,
Right, that's a
well go girl.
Because I mean, there's no Black Widow movie yet, so
Which is
I'm sold.
Well, you'll get Captain Marvel. I mean,
Oh, yeah,
you'll
that is good.
get Brie Larson and Captain Marvel.
that is good.
I'm always pushing for a Lazarus movie. That's just me personally. I would set myself on fire and I would. And why I would watch the Lazarus and the hereafter when it came out. I'd be sitting in heaven waiting for the like is it time?
Is it time now? God, put it on the big screen.
St. Peter, grab the IMAX.
No, but
Out of all things, you got IMAX.
Look, man.
In heaven, you have this dated. You don't think heaven would have ultra exclusive, high tech, it's
no,
heaven.
but
It's
about the topic though.
Oh, that was a nice segue.
About the topic. No, but Captain America: Winter Soldier did come out. I read an article about this though. It did come out 2 years earlier before Suicide Squad did, and before it was during while the Marvel was still figuring out stuff, still growing.
True.
And then also with the fact that it's just first of all, that's not like a group movie. That had different types of interesting characters in Suicide Squad. While Captain America, he was originally a B-list superhero before the movies came out. Well, not B-list per se, but it's
well, see, it's funny.
compared to the X-Men.
Well, but see, it's funny you say that because I think Captain America kind of ranks up there in terms of Superman, in terms of for a lot of people, in terms of recognizability. If that's
Recognition.
There we go.
Look, I have again as I have.
Oh no, but no, you got on me for this.
I have told
you got on me for that. I had to get you back.
I have told the two of you consistently. Just because you have pieces of paper that say you are intelligent does not actually mean that you are intelligent.
Oh my god.
But no, you make good points. My thing behind Captain America though is that I think until now, this was still one of the top 5 most grossing comic book movies of all time.
Suicide Squad?
No, Captain America.
Oh, Winter Soldier.
Because I think, as a matter of fact, I think it was the Avengers first. Captain America was Winter Soldier second.
No, but then again, also though, what I'm trying to say is again with that, and then also because Suicide Squad was also really marketed very well. Those trailers were really nice, and then they messed up and then used the trailer editing team to edit the movie, which makes no sense.
Well, I mean, I think...
And they had music tie-ins, too.
They did. Well, the thing behind the trailers is the fact the trailers kind of created a theme that I guess wasn't automatically present in the movies. And so, give David Ayer a lot of credit for allowing them to come in and to edit the film. But I mean, at the same time, I guess my thing with Suicide Squad is just kind of but all the Marvel films we're talking about were critical successes in terms of what the critics thought, as well as audience successes. And it's, you're talking about people were basically saying... I mean, they were saying that this thing was and this is way before your time, but Xanadu. Which Xanadu, for my time period, had to have been the movie that people were it is on fire, and it is burning, and you must run before it is too late. I mean, I can't think of a movie that bombed harder, I'm lying, that Gina Davis film, Cutthroat Island.
Oh,
that movie had bombed within maybe the first 45 minutes. That was back when Entertainment Tonight was still a big thing, and it was kind of they were and the fallout has started. Executives are getting fired behind Cutthroat Island. They're like, Gina Davis will never again be giving a development deal to make a movie again. I mean, it was. It almost killed Matthew Modine's career. I mean, you didn't really see him in anything for a hot second.
Word up, Stranger Things.
Word true indeed.
But then also again though, it's again, it was when Marvel and the superhero just movie hype was still starting up. I feel now it's people before people probably didn't go to the movies to watch Winter Soldier, but maybe they're oh yeah, this has been a hype, let me watch it online or something. But then now with Suicide Squad, people are oh, this is a new fun movie coming out. They pull their friends along to take it. should go watch it.
No, this is a good point. I will say this: the stakes are very high for any comic book related film right now because I think everybody's kind of waited with bated breath for the Cutthroat Island superhero movie.
Right, because it's been at a high peak for so long. It's been going nothing but up.
Although I guess
so they're waiting for the other shoe to drop. Probably.
I guess you could make the argument the Legend of Tarzan was the comic book movie that kind of bombed. I mean, now that was what.
But are we counting that as a comic book movie though? That was a book.
It was, but it's also based sort of the feel of the movie was very much based on what they did with Tarzan in the Dynamite series.
Oh.
Like because like it's about like Tarzan has to go back to the jungle and like
you guys should be seeing what she's doing.
I wish you could see what she's doing.
And he's like, I'm gonna defend these elephants, but also simultaneously the movie made it a little racist.
Because that is the Legend of Tarzan.
Like, the movie made it a little racist because like Sam Jackson was in it.
Wait, you made a movie about a white dude in Africa? Is a little racist?
Well, I mean, first of all, he wasn't in Africa at first. I didn't even have to see the movie because I was just like, I'm gonna know what's happening. Sam Jackson goes to Tarzan and was like, yo, Tarzan, you gotta go back to Africa and help out all the things that are happening. There's poachers, elephants, everything is horrible. And it's just like, well, Sam Jackson, I suppose you're right.
I mean, but now look, let's be honest now. I gave the casting director a lot of credit because if you were the casting director, as soon as they were like, so we're gonna cast Tarzan, like somebody called Samuel Jackson. If we don't have him in it, we lose any and all credibility. Like you get him like because I have a couple of friends and they were all
that was kind of the thing.
They were all watching the trailer and they're like, I can't believe this. They're like, oh, Samson. And they're like, okay, well, I'm giving you a tentative black pass as we kind of like I know it's kind of gonna be racist because like look, Tarzan and the Phantom are two movies where it's basically kind of like, which, in terms of Marvel, things that Marvel should be concerned about, kind of like Doctor Strange and Iron Fist. Stories where Western characters show up and jump into somebody else's culture and basically say, y'all are incapable of being able to resolve this. So I'm going to take some special abilities I learned from y'all. But now I'm gonna show you my will and my strength and kind of bring it all together. Or in the words of one of my homegirls at work, when I asked her if she wanted to do a yoga class with me, she was like, I'm kind of tired of people basically bastardizing my culture and then selling it back to me. To which I didn't have it, but I was like, that's the best response to anything I've heard this week.
I would know nothing about that as a black woman. Yeah, pause. Yeah, well, I said it.
On that note, seeing how that's almost an absolutely perfect segue into the topic our next topic.
Yes.
So, Colin Kaepernick. The reason why we're raising this.
Oh yeah, we're going there.
The reason why we're going to raise this is because this, of course, is the intersection between pop culture and celebrities.
Yes.
And social issues.
Yeah.
Right.
So last week, Kate Upton and Rob Lowe and Trent Dilford and
Rob Lowe should just not speak.
We gonna get to Robbie Rob. We gonna get to Robbie Rob.
God.
For the record, the difference between Robbie Rob and Bill Cosby is the fact there's a videotape for Robbie Rob.
Exactly.
So
and they roasted him about it. It was like, I know about that tape. Let's roast him. I'm like, no, that was really bad. Actually,
most of it was bad except for Ralph.
No, he's awful.
So
the best thing that we got out of there is that they roasted Ann Coulter. Or whatever her name is, Culture Vulture.
But is that really hard? Okay, I know this is the same, but is that really hard? Because
no, it's not.
Roasting Ann Coulter is kind of like
stepping on a
roasting Ann Coulter is like, is like basically it's like going to a piranha and saying, you know what, you're really not friendly to anybody else. And you seem to strip life out the water. And he basically goes, yeah, and that's kind of sort of what I do. I can't be personally offended by what I'm designed for, Armand. I eat everything in the water. It's just
what I do. It's what I do. I'm the best at what I do.
So obviously people are upset because Colin Kaepernick has chosen to protest, police brutality against African Americans by taking a knee. Originally he was standing. Now having talked to the long snapper, thankfully the decision was made. He was taking a knee out of it and to be able to show respect for the military, which for the life of me I'm still struggling to understand how you get the military out the flag, because I'm like,
it had nothing to do with it.
You can love the American military and say the flag is something entirely different.
Right.
But having said that, and so lots of celebrities came out. And they said they really did not like the fact that he was protesting on
the national anthem.
They didn't like it was occurring on 9/11 either. And so they were all really vocal about it. And then, of course, the recent events have happened. We've had the shooting in North Carolina. We've had the shooting in Tulsa. And interestingly, the same people who were so effective on social media last week
are just very quiet.
They deleted the app. Did they?
What's that about?
Did they lose their phone?
Right. Are you on hiatus? Are you on social media hiatus?
Now, I will say,
listening.
I read Kate Upton's thread. She did say that, her disagreement was the fact that the protest was occurring on 9/11, but she felt that people had the right to protest, which is nice, because it's basically saying that you're recognizing that there's a First Amendment.
But he wasn't protesting 9/11.
Right. Which is like...
Shut up.
Like, she's trying to defend herself, but...
Shut up.
But it's not true. Like, listen, first of all, with 9/11, I mean... Especially as, like, a Muslim American, I kind of get tired of all this stuff because it's like, yeah, sure, I feel bad, all these people died, but it's like, you do realize the United States has been bombing, like, 6 countries continuously in the United States and killing people continuously every day with bombs. So it's like, so you're talking about this one thing with, like, 6 people that killed a bunch of people. Yes, that's horrible, but you're also realizing the American government is a bunch of people are killing people in the Middle East consistently. People in Syria are dying all the time. We all cried about that Syrian boy, right? So yeah, that happens like on the daily.
Well, what I'll say is that people forget about Oklahoma City, which, I mean, that's really real. And my specific thing just for celebrities is that if you are upset behind how he's protesting, you're forgetting the fact about what he's protesting.
Exactly.
Because if you are willing to expend more time complaining about how he chooses to protest, and you're absolutely silent as it pertains to what he's protesting, then what you're really upset about is the fact that he's not just sitting down and taking inequality, and he's not just chipper about it. And look, different people of goodwill hypothetically can have different positions on the nature of police brutality. I have my own particular view. Everybody else is entitled to theirs. But you cannot sit here and say that you're willing to exhaust yourself talking about he's taking a knee during the national anthem, which apparently before 2009, no player was on the field for the ceremony.
Boom.
Before 2009, everybody was in the locker room. So, and I'm not going to take it any further than that, but there's some interesting information online if you want to get curious as to how exactly everybody started coming onto the field. So, I have been on my soapbox. Does anybody have anything else they want to add?
It's just, well, do you want to go?
I'll let you go, because you know how I get.
It's just kind of stupid. Like, it's the national anthem. First of all, what does that have to do with 9/11? Like, it's an anthem that they made like hundreds of years ago for like a stupid, hypocritical war about freedom and stuff.
And that's your history lesson for today.
Wow, but out of the voice of young folks, I tell you, you know what? The one thing that I love about having you on the show is that I have gainful employment. And gainful employment will make you not say things. But there's nothing like knowing that somebody else is covering the light bill. Because, boy, that allows you to spit ether. So, on that note, moving back to Happyville for a second.
Are you sure?
Oh.
I mean, I do have something to say about this whole situation. I just feel as though, if you... Like we were kind of saying, if you have nothing to say about what's happened in Charlotte and what's happened in Tulsa, I mean, strip away everything about these situations. These were 2 people doing nothing. They weren't criminals. They were not in the middle of committing a crime. They weren't even matching the description of the suspects they were looking for.
They didn't shoplift from the
nothing. One gentleman was broken down on the side of the road, looking for help to just fix his car. One gentleman was in his car just waiting for his child to get off the school bus. And I believe allegedly reading a book. So if you can remain silent about that, but you're mad at Colin Kaepernick taking a knee, your priorities are jacked up. And you have nothing to say. Your opinion doesn't matter. You are not even in my sphere, because you know what? What are you doing to combat stuff that's happening, like real injustices?
That's not an injustice. Somebody taking the knee for the national anthem. It's a freaking song, for God's sake. Stop.
A racist song.
Exactly.
Because a lot of you guys don't know the rest of the lyrics. You need to go read the rest of the verses.
Are you
know.
accusing the American people of not being knowledgeable about their own history?
I'm sorry. I forgot. Shame. But that, I mean.
Well, I will say the cool thing is apparently people have spoken because his jersey continues to be the #1 best-selling jersey.
And I will be buying one shortly.
I'm gonna get the black and red one.
And I should wear it every day.
Probably.
I work with a lot of people who are not necessarily for what he's doing.
So you're busy
and I feel like
work.
being antagonistic.
Like, you want to fight me?
I could never imagine you antagonizing anyone.
Oh, really?
Oh, I know one particular person who's probably watching who feels that way.
I mean, we're not going to have like a Star Trek is better than Star Wars conversation.
No,
okay.
oh God.
No,
we're not going into that.
Some things, like this particular issue, I don't mind discussing with you, but like the whole Star Trek versus Star Wars thing, I need to be able to get to my car safely.
No, nobody's
I don't want anybody to try to kneecap me.
No.
While I'm out in the parking lot.
No. Not gonna do that.
Okay.
Luckily, I haven't watched either of those, so I don't have to be involved in any of this.
I don't have to watch any of them.
It's so funny you said the word watch.
Ha! God!
Bio what?
No, well, you know what? Bioshock. Well, you know it's funny. The one thing I will say about Bioshock really quickly, Bioshock got re-released.
Right.
The thing for me that was really intriguing behind it was the fact that those games touch on a lot of issues that are so absent from the current console generation that it's somehow, you know what? Video games are starting to feel a lot like hip-hop, because you guys know I have to mention hip-hop like in every single episode.
It's required.
But it feels like hip-hop in the sense that we started from a place where there was real value in the content in the music, and we have drifted to some place where you have a lot of flash and you're short on substance. And games are feeling the same way. Because having played through the original Bioshock, you're having basically this wonderful conversation about, Ayn Rand and, fascism and capitalism and control of industry and where is that leading us. And if you're playing Bioshock Infinite has got to be perfectly honest, one of the most relevant games right now, because it's an argument entirely about race, ethnicity.
It's great.
It's great. It's just great.
Visual protein.
It's got visual protein. Oh.
But
Is that visual carbohydrate?
No, visual protein is a term that's used a lot, by Guillermo del Toro, where it's basically saying that you shouldn't have anything in your shots or visually that doesn't
contribute to the story.
That doesn't contribute to your story or mean anything.
Right.
So protein is something that nourishes you and strengthens you, and it strengthens your story. It nourishes your story. So yeah, visual protein.
That's pretty cool. Actually, that's a new term I just learned.
I need to get that on a T-shirt.
Visual protein.
Visual protein.
Oh, that might. Hey, but that could be double on time. I'm just saying.
Okay.
We believe in education here. at PCU. Like Wu-Tang, we are for the children. But
I was like, Wu-Tang Clan ain't, you know the rest.
But no, what do you guys think? I mean, in terms of, have you guys played any of the games?
I haven't played either one, honestly. It's actually, I have a list of comics that I want to read. There are a list of games that I want to play. And Bioshock is definitely on there. And don't ask me when I'm going to get to it, because I have a stack of books to read.
I gotta get Fire Emblem.
A lot of TV shows to watch. So I don't know when I'll get to it, but it's definitely on my list. Everybody I've heard that plays it is just you have to invest in it. You have to give it its proper time, because before you know it, it'll be 23 hours and you're like, oh my God, I cannot stop.
If you want somebody who can explain the entire Bioshock franchise to you over the course of many hours, I have a boyfriend. And he is an art teacher.
Oh God!
And he teaches Bioshock in his class and be look at this environment, look at the design of these characters. I'm gonna tell you a thing.
We're gonna talk to you because we're gonna get him on the show.
Yeah, bring him in.
Oh yeah.
So
he's available at nighttime.
So a moment ago you said something about watching TV.
Oh.
Which segues into our next topic. Wow.
Yay! We're moving and grooving.
So of course this is another television season that's starting.
Yes.
And as is normal now, there are lots of shows and very little time to watch anything.
Yes.
And if you're like me, where it's, I would have liked to have started watching The Walking Dead, but I kind of, by the time I got into it, it seemed like there were 65 trillion issues. But even despite that, now that the season's starting, I was like, well, maybe I'll make that my binge thing. So my question for you guys is, what is one TV show that you haven't been watching, but now that it's back on TV, you think you might make an effort to try to check it out?
Actually, you just said it, The Walking Dead. Like, same thing. Everybody that I know that has watched the show highly recommends it. I was told that you have to, kind of like with Game of Thrones, you have to not be attached to any characters. You just can't. You cannot be attached to any characters. They will go bye-bye. And I've also been told that the odd number of the seasons are the good ones. So season 1's dope, then season 2's not. Season 3, that's what I've heard from multiple sources. I don't know how true. I don't know, but so I'm gonna take it with a grain of salt. But I would say probably Walking Dead. I can't think of anything else that's returning that I'm really super excited about.
What is returning?
Mr. Robot is one that
I heard this second season has not been that great.
But see, you know what? It's like back and forth because I have some people who are like, and then, they're like, it's the world's most they are like the
hypest of hype man.
If that show was Busta Rhymes, they would be Spliff Star. Like they
of all the hype men. I mean, yes. Yes.
So I mean. People, once you get to Spliff Star, where else can you really go in a conversation?
Well, I know there's somebody watching, and I know who you are, way up yonder. Shut up.
Well, dang.
But Mr. Robot is definitely one that I keep hearing lots of positive stuff about. Game of Thrones is another one, because I kind of feel like...
Well, are we counting Game of Thrones, though? Because that's not until next year, so are we counting it?
I mean, yeah, you kind of have to, because it's still, next year...
Okay, then that's my show. Game of Thrones, hands down, boom. Drops mic. 18,000 mics.
Don't drop the mic. It's expensive.
Not this mic, but
it's expensive.
No, Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones has consistently kept me on the edge of my seat. Consistently. If you haven't, I don't want to spoil things, but like that one death by Animal, I was like, yes, kill him, kill him. So, and it's so great. Like, sometimes you root for the bad guys. Sometimes you want the good guys to lose because they're dumb.
They're molten silver.
But the genius thing about this show is that they do character development really well. And when you don't think that they're doing character development, they really are. Because sometimes you don't develop as a person.
Right.
Sometimes you just don't. You get stuck in places, and you get stuck in moods, and you get stuck harping on the past.
Right.
That you don't develop as a person. And it really touches on that. It understands emotion. It understands tragedy very well. And how that can be either your detriment or your triumphant return.
Right.
How you can use that as a turning point, a catalyst in your life. So I really like just where they're going. They're saying this is the second to last season, I believe. So I'm ready. My body's ready. My mind is ready. Like, I'm just ready for Team Jon Snow forever. Glory be to that body.
No, but like about Game of Thrones though, did we all know about what was said on the red carpet about our wonderful one of our main lead actresses?
Arya?
Yay.
Yes.
Wow, what was said?
No spoilers though, we can't.
It's not a spoiler though, but it's about, is it a spoiler? It's just about some douchebag saying stuff like, I should start watching Game of Thrones because I heard there's a lot of naked scenes in it.
Oh, boo.
Well, I mean, okay.
Kid, what the?
Okay. Well, look, you know what? It's called, there's a simpleton everywhere.
But this guy's like an actor. I don't even feel like saying his name because I forgot.
Well, I mean, there are lots of
okay.
I think Jared Leto established for most of the world that, there's a simple actor everywhere because how he didn't get maced, Because I probably would have like decamped out and waited
Viola Davis was probably like this
Her
close.
facial expressions
When he talks,
her facial
I feel like she doesn't like when he breathes.
Like, I actually have it in my memes.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Because see, for me, this is one of those like casting in reality things.
Okay.
Now you might have gotten cast as a Joker. That means you're a scary character. But if you're dealing with the person who was cast as Amanda Waller, doesn't that give you some degree of pause in interacting with her? Because you're kind of like,
There's a reason.
Right, if I'm supposed to be playing a psychopath, and she's somebody who controls psychopaths, doesn't her crazy kind of cancel out my crazy?
Right.
It's kind of like, you know, I'm like a tiger and she's like a velociraptor. It's just like,
Yeah.
it might be good.
It
might
be a good fight for a minute,
but in the end,
you
You're
get
dead.
8. You get 8.
You're dead.
8.
You're dead.
So yeah. I mean, I'm here for all things Viola Davis though. So and then.
what about How to Get Away with Murder? Are you watching that? Or?
You know what? I'm not watching that.
Okay,
And it's not because of her. I did try to watch it. The story didn't keep me.
Okay.
And it's strange because it's just kind of like, okay.
Okay. Now let me ask you this question: do you watch any of the Chandraverse shows? Because it seems.
Yes, I watch Scandal.
Okay, is that?
I haven't. Yeah, that's the only thing. Grey's Anatomy. Not really. I didn't really care about them. Sorry, I didn't care.
No, it makes sense. I mean, I guess my thing is, at least in my experience, it seems that people who are into one Chandraverse,
Battery's low.
people that tend to be into the Chandraverse kind of watch
All of them.
But the ones who yeah, I mean, look, for me, I never got into Grey's Anatomy because for me, it's kind of like I'm old now. ER was like on TV for forever.
Yes.
And by the time ER had kind of gone off, then it was like bam, Grey's Anatomy. And I was like, whoa.
I'm too tired of doctor dramas.
Yeah, and plus, I mean, ER was also masterful in killing off people. When Omar Epps got himself run over by the train, they were like, I was like, oh, step my boy committed suicide.
Ooh, I didn't know that.
Oh,
That
you
sounds
forgot?
bloody.
You didn't really?
I didn't watch ER. No.
Yeah,
what?
okay, ER was
For what?
ER used to be sitting right next to Friends in terms of the whole cast was getting $1 million an episode.
Oh yeah.
So half the time I was watching ER, I was like, man, why can't I be like Eric LaSalle's like younger brother?
Get those residuals.
Look, come on now. America is expensive. Man,
You
shit.
ain't lying.
Oh, yes, here we go.
So I need to be on 7 or 8 episodes of Game of Thrones just so I can
I
kind
don't
of.
think they can see that. Yes.
They can.
Yes.
Her face is when Jared Leto just talks.
I don't know if they can see that.
They can see it.
Can you see that, America?
All of America.
All of them.
America.
We are thinking positively.
Did you see that planet Earth?
This
Universe,
is wonderful.
Milky Way.
Her face.
Did
You're
you
broadcasting.
see that possible parallel universe?
I'm not gonna lie, that was kind of surreal. Like, look, you're watching the internet, watching somebody broadcasting a live
Of
podcast
you at that too.
on a phone as they're showing you a picture of something else.
Inception.
Oh Lord Jesus!
That has so many quotables. That movie.
Inception is
Awesome.
like
It's
whack. Like it's so trippy. Like what's happening?
Then you should not watch Paprika.
Ooh.
Because if you think Inception is trippy, Paprika is like everything.
Paprika doesn't even make sense.
But in a Satoshi Kon movie, so it's like animated.
My favorite trippy movie is definitely The Prestige. That is a great,
Damn, I love that movie.
great freaking movie.
Akira.
Really?
Because you know,
Akira is trippy.
because you
That
know
is
why?
kinda
Because I saw Akira.
Come in. Come in. Come in.
I have opinions.
I saw Akira for the first time when I was in high school, and I honestly tell you, I was like, I don't know what
I have
happened.
no clue.
I was like, I saw it again when I was in college, and I was like, oh, there's something from one of my philosophy classes in there. I think I recognized something, and I finally saw it again as a grown man.
Yeah,
and I'm
okay,
like,
I'm back
and
to
I'm
not
like,
knowing what's going on.
okay. Now I remember everything my friends were telling me about the manga that I didn't know. That now begins to explain the fact that the reason why you don't actually see Akira in Akira. So I'm still reduced with I want the motorcycle, and I want the laser gun.
Yep.
And I care about Tetsuo, and I don't know why his flesh does that.
Blech.
And I loved my friend, but I'm glad he's dead. Because alive was a problem. And dead seems to be less so. But apparently in the manga, things continue to get even worse.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's okay. Leah's like, yeah, they do. Yeah, they do.
Okay, so let me ask you this question.
That one time
So,
Chris Scott called me
what's-
Jethro, King of Trash.
Who?
That's racist.
Um,
That's racist. That's
Oh,
very racist.
I was just like, you call me. He's just like, I was just like, oh, I feel like trash. He's like, no, you're the king of trash.
Oh.
He's like, Tetsuo, king of trash.
Oh.
King of trash.
Well, that was an interesting segue.
Yeah.
What were you gonna say?
what's one show that you've been watching that you're not prepared to give up on?
Like that, it's kind of I'm like teetering on the edge for.
That you're like, oh God, this has gone on for so long. Maybe it's just time now to.
Arrow. Bye. Bye.
God, I love
Bye.
Arrow.
Bye, Arrow. Bye.
See, I don't
Bye,
like-
Supernatural. Bye.
Oh,
Bye. It's over. Bye, Supernatural and Arrow.
I don't even
Next.
watch TV, so I don't even care about this stuff. Like, I rarely watch TV.
Arrow and Supernatural. It's
Okay,
you need to cut.
Do you watch anything that's just like streaming? Like, do you stream any particular shows?
Sometimes, but like I've stopped doing that since I started reading comics, just in general. Like that's the kind of thing that happened to
You
me.
can't keep up two victims.
Well,
It's difficult.
Well, we're never, of course, going to discourage you giving up television, here at Fantom Comics.
No, but like, what was it? I mean, I want to watch Atlanta though. That
Oh, Atlanta!
with
It's
my,
amazing.
Donald Glover. Hell yeah.
It's amazing.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay,
I've only watched the first episode,
Have you seen the trailer?
but it's already. I've seen clips of the second one. It's.
But you know what? I kind of figured that show had to be good because,
It is.
something's good when they're willing to give it away for free. When it was like, to watch the first episode on the internet without paying anything.
And it's only been, 3 or 4 episodes in, and they already said we're doing season 2.
Which is good.
They guaranteed it
I'm like,
already.
oh, wow.
So you know.
And plus,
No.
again, it's Donald Glover, the man of all trades. Like, he can do it.
He can do anything.
Like, actually.
Can he cure cancer?
That, I don't know.
No.
He could probably fictionally write something about curing cancer. Like, he's a good
It might be
writer.
something strange too. It'd be like Cheetos are the cure.
Yeah,
of
he
cancer.
wouldn't even write that.
I
He'd
feel
make
like
it
that's
good.
very Donald Glover-ish.
But he would make it good. So he would
It'd
take
be like
something
radioactive
absurd.
Cheetos.
Cure
That is
cancer.
the cure to cancer. That's gonna be my T-shirt. Radioactive Cheetos.
Trademark it. Or
I know.
trademark it.
It's mine. Oh, speaking of, I said to somebody that I would give them a shout out without dropping names. I was awesome shirt. Thank you. Mwah. Okay, we continue.
Okay, that was advertising while he's just been quiet.
Right,
and
I
we
did
just
it.
talked.
I did it. I did it.
I mean, I haven't gotten past radioactive Cheetos. Sorry. I mean, to be honest, I was sitting here because, of course, this is America. We live in a capitalist society. I was sitting here. I was like, so if we go half and half, and it's like, and we get it in multiple colors, and maybe we get the people from Cheetos to sign off on it, and we can get checked.
If you can do Cheeto chicken fries,
Okay, no, but those Cheetos. Listen, you know the macaroni.
girl, I'm judging you. Girl,
the
what? Girl,
the
what?
Cheeto, the
Girl,
Cheetos
what?
macaroni thing that they had
Girl.
at Burger
Girl.
Are you
King.
really about to make
Girl.
a positive statement about this?
Girl.
Me and
Girl.
Paul ate them like on the
Girl.
second day that they had them. They were
Child.
good.
Okay, hold on. I'm sorry, America.
Talking about mac and cheese, bro.
I'm sorry.
And Cheetos.
Teach the babies.
Are you telling me that you ate Cheetos chicken fries?
No.
So she's like, no, let me clarify. It was the Cheetos mac and cheese.
Mac and cheese is always good. It's good. It was good. Like, I can testify
Yes.
I ate it, so it was good. Okay,
I don't know
I'm a
what's
picky
worse,
eater.
the Cheetos chicken fries or those crunch berry things they had at like Taco Bell.
Huh?
I think it was. It was like a ball of like crunched up crunch berries, and it had milk on the inside.
This has absolutely nothing to do with anything we're supposed to talk about tonight.
Okay.
But all I'm gonna say is nothing compares to
Bring it back.
the chocolate taco they used to sell at Taco Bell. Because that's
They still sell those on the ice cream truck.
yeah, and there's a reason why they're at the ice cream truck and not Taco Bell. Because at some point everybody came to the conclusion they're like, you know what, the chocolate taco is not a good look.
No.
Isn't it? It's
Interesting. One of the ice cream trucks where I used to live used to sell the R. Kelly sex tape.
Okay.
That's my interesting tidbit of the day.
Okay. And this is gonna be the absolutely last, not even remotely related to anything. But if you were gonna buy anything from an ice cream truck that sold the Sex Kelly tape, wouldn't that tell you? I don't want to touch nothing on this truck. I don't want to touch the outside of the truck.
And you know what? It was.
I don't want to touch the concrete the truck was driving on.
And I'm about to really trip you out. It was soft serve ice cream.
That was no. No.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's when you get your children and you run.
Right.
Pedro Bear's present. It's time to run.
It's no.
Yeah. I mean, it's true though. It was weird. They sold nachos, all types of stuff.
Why would you?
So,
on that note,
no radioactive Cheetos.
Hey,
No R. Kelly sex tape.
Oh,
No, stop. No,
No,
but
none of
I'm
that.
serious though.
None of that.
Donald Glover has the skill to take radioactive Cheetos and actually write it into something good.
Donald Glover, if you are watching this, I may even try to send this to you. Donald Glover, come holler at me.
Yeah,
You're
hell
cute.
yeah.
You're cute. But radioactive
Donald
Cheetos.
Glover isn't gonna holler at you
And
unless
then
you're
come holler
Asian.
at me because I came up with it, and then you bring me to wherever you are.
So having scarred half of the American and having probably confused the other half.
Take the G after waffle, and all you got left is your ego.
There's no G in waffle though.
Ego.
You mean ego? You said take the G out
No,
your ego.
I just told you a line that Donald Glover said in a rap song once. Okay.
Ooh, Donald, I don't know now.
Okay.
I don't know now.
Yeah,
Shouldn't he?
that sounds
No,
like something that little Yachty would
I'm
say.
sorry, baby.
That's not good
I
luck.
take that back.
So on a movie related note,
Yes.
like Denzel Washington is back. This
Yes. Yes.
week. Magnificent Seven.
Yes. I'm interested in seeing that. The cast hasn't drawn me in. It's really been him.
Well, Chris Pratt is there.
Oh yeah.
Okay, Vincent D'Onofrio did a great job in Daredevil as the villain. He's there.
He was also the Roach in Men in Black.
That was a long time ago. I mean, if you're gonna judge people on that, I mean, Denzel Washington was in that movie Carbon Copy where he played George Segal's like illegitimate son from a love affair he had, and George Segal gets fired from his job because he's a biracial child. Which is not even like addressing stuff like Denzel Washington and the Mighty Quinn, which at the time I didn't realize was probably actually kind of like a discriminatory movie to like people of Caribbean descent because he and Robert Townsend have really bad accents. But at the time, you know, we didn't have a lot of black cinema, so it was like you ain't seen nothing like the Mighty Quinn. I mean, with Cheryl Lee Ralph singing in it as well.
Really?
That's his wife.
Really?
That's his wife.
That's interesting.
I haven't seen this movie. I've heard like
You have not
little
seen
pieces.
the Mighty Quinn?
no.
Sunshine is for everyone. Sunshine, come
You
back again.
cannot.
You
Hey.
ain't seen nothing like the Mighty Quinn.
To the customer of the store, we apologize for the
So,
weirdness.
yeah. I mean, okay, Mighty Quinn. That's on the watch list. There you go. Okay.
I mean, I guess.
I mean, you can't hold everybody's movies against them because I didn't think Guardians of the Galaxy was that good. And people act.
I like that movie. I did
was-
like that movie.
I thought it was.
I saw it twice actually. It was pretty, I liked it.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, but I was in it for Rocket. Like, I was very surprised that Bradley Cooper did what he did in that movie. That was out of character to me, at least. So,
Yeah,
I liked it.
He
I liked it.
He did his
Fun.
thing. It was decent. Well, here's hoping that Chris Pratt, does his thing too.
Yeah.
Saying how I think he's the self-proclaimed the world's greatest lover. That was the thing. His trailer had it. I think it's gonna be funny. I mean, hey, look at the end of the day, you can look at Magnificent Seven in a lot of different ways.
Yes.
But Magnificent Seven is basically
Is this basically Seven Samurai?
I mean,
I mean, that's what it feels like.
No, it's not like it. They were sued. Like the
Okay, so
I
yeah.
think,
Based on the seven.
I mean,
Okay, that's what I thought. Okay.
One of the first successful overseas lawsuits for intellectual property theft was when the director of the Seven Samurai sued MGM behind the Magnificent Seven because it's the same
Story. Yeah, that's what it feels like. I mean, that's when I saw it. I was like, Seven Samurai in the West.
The characters die almost in the same order. Like it was like you couldn't have missed it. It's like
I mean, it's the issue with doing it without consent of the creator of the original story, because The Departed is also based on a Japanese movie.
No, yeah, I did hear that. I definitely heard
So
that too.
like, but like, it was.
You said The Lion King?
Well.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
Yeah, the stuff with Kimba and Lion King, Disney's never owned up to it. Disney's also never owned up
Disney
to like, the fact that
won't, but
Atlantis
we all
Lost
know.
Empire is remarkably similar to Stargate Atlantis, who the people who wrote Stargate Atlantis also were sued for stealing that storyline from a rejected script that was submitted 10 years prior to Stargate Atlantis starting. But also, Atlantis The Lost Empire, made by Disney, is remarkably like similar to the anime movie Nadia. Down to the fact that like both of the main characters
People,
wear, like, the same
people
shape
trying to
glasses,
steal off
have very
Japan and
similar
then
haircuts.
get
There you go.
ideas.
Like both fall in love with girls from like I think somewhat underwater kingdoms who wear magical crystals.
Well, I mean, look, at the end of the
Well,
day, the beautiful
I
thing
mean-
about theft is the fact that whatever you try
have
to
to
rip
prove it.
off, no, it's nowhere near as good as the original.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
So, I mean, whenever
Because that's
you-
why you ripped it off.
I mean, basically.
Because you're not creative enough to create your own content.
Exactly.
Which, for the record, in the Magnificent Seven, while it's hailed as a wonderful film from back in the day, if you've ever actually watched it, the beginning of the movie is okay. The middle part has got to be the driest, most boringest thing because of the fact that they didn't know what to rip off. So instead of all this wonderful,
It's like,
well,
oh,
I mean, you know,
well.
you really can't have like a conversation about Wandering Ronin and the nature of like culture and civilization in the middle of a western.
Yeah.
So it's kind of just like, oh, it's Yul Brynner and Steve McQueen just kind of like doing stuff, and then you finally get Eli Wallach at the end of the movie, and it's the big shoot scene, and it's kind of like setting the trope for the next couple of decades. It's like Yul Brynner and Steve McQueen are gonna make it. Nobody else will. The kid.
Because nobody cares.
Well, the kid
Who
makes
else?
it. Well, the whole point of having an ensemble film at that point was okay, so you can have characters you can kill off, which is kind of like The Walking Dead, I guess. But so Magnificent Seven coming out this weekend.
Yes.
I got my fingers crossed. I'm hoping it's gonna be a good film because this is kind of like you get to a point in actors' careers where you get to the point where you know you're gonna be saying goodbye to them soon. And then I don't know how many more
Denzel movies we have.
how many more big budget because I mean, now granted, he's a guy, and I say that as in if Denzel Washington,
he has longevity.
right. If Denzel Washington was a female, they would have put him out the pasture already.
Yeah.
Because he's a guy, you can continue to have him in films, and now you just have to update.
And won't even question his female co-stars, like the ages or
as long
their
as
compatibility.
as long as they're like 29 or up, like because typically it's the 40-year-old guy with the 22-year-old girl, and that's pushing it. Now by the time you get
But
to
that's changing now because
People
like
started
we're
commenting
starting to
on
get a lot more of those movies, like with the Intern. Like that was Robert De Niro and Anne Hathaway. So I think she's what 33 or something. No, she's a little older, but he's like old as dirt. So
Old as dirt.
hey, I love him because he only loves black women. But you're old, dude. You're old.
Though,
Yeah, I said it. He does. He will admit it. He will go on air and admit it.
I got nothing to say because I remember being in college and seeing that he was dating Charmaine St. Clair, and I was just like,
Right. All of his kids are black. So, that's how it goes.
so.
Close.
Well, on that note, I do believe that my iPhone is telling me that its battery's low. And we've been chewing your hair off for a while, and we've
gone on a lot of tangents.
We have. We started lighthearted.
Yeah.
We went deep.
We did.
We went radioactive. Then we went somewhere along the line. We went sideways.
Yeah.
And now we're here.
We shouldn't have took that left at Albuquerque.
Wait, what?
It's a
She's
generational
a baby.
She is.
She's a baby.
But you know what though? I was right here with you though.
That was the pain.
I was
I think that was the most hurtful part of today.
What?
What you just said.
But you know what's gonna make you feel good though? They show Bugs Bunny every morning on Boomerang now. And my kids think it's hysterical.
Because it transcends time. It's racist, but it does transcend time. A lot of that stuff is racist.
I mean, look, a lot of it is. I mean, well, there's a reason why you don't see certain characters anymore.
A lot of Tom and Jerry.
Well, you don't see Speedy Gonzalez anymore. They have the common sense to say that now for many a year. As a kid, you were like, this doesn't feel right. And
This doesn't feel right.
And it's like, whoosh, they're like, Speedy who?
And it was not even Speedy that was, first of all, I'm not Hispanic, so I can't speak on that. But what really stood out to me was not even necessarily Speedy, it was Slowpoke Rodriguez.
Oh,
he was
man.
racist. Oh my God, that played up like every trope. Oh my. Oh, that was painful.
If you want to see something really painful, you should go back and watch some of the Jungle Bunny. Bugs Bunny.
Oh yeah.
Because you're like.
Yeah. Oh yeah, with the bone in nose.
Oh, you're like, Bugs, what happened?
Oh, shorty.
I mean, the way people flipped out behind Atticus Finch when the newer version was when the
oh yeah, but the new one.
Yeah. That's the way I felt watching that. I was like, no, Bugs was my friend. He was down for everybody. He's like, yeah, nah, son. Back before you knew me.
I was
back when Walt Disney was calling the shots.
Oh yes. Oh, and don't watch any Donald Duck.
No,
Donald Duck cartoon.
And see, we went deep again. And before we go as deep as the abyss,
if you're gonna watch something, watch DuckTales or Darkwing's Up.
They happen in different universes.
I know that.
Well, no, they just announced it. It was never clear.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah, officially they did it. That's why you never saw the cast from DuckTales
ever in Darkwing's Up.
Even though Launchpad is on both.
Yeah. But I felt and that was strange.
It's Crisis on Infinite.
Maybe it was like a Karen and Kara thing.
You do realize we didn't even talk about the fact about the Emmys at all. That was
Okay. Listen, you want to do that real quick?
That's so funny because
do we have the time?
I mean,
the prompt was, does anyone
really
watch
quickly,
the Emmys anymore?
Okay.
And
do we really watch the Emmys anymore? My short answer, heck no.
that's what the.
But I'm really happy
Make it
for
clear.
Rami Malek. I believe that's his name. I believe his first name is Rami. I'm hoping I'm pronouncing that correctly. But he is the first person of color. I mean, it's debatable. Some people have said he is actually white because he's from North Africa. Whatever, however you want to say it. No, yeah. That isn't, I mean, technically in the U.S. Census, he would be considered white. It's a thing. It happens. Once again, America? I mean, So, but if you want to say that he's a person of color, he's the first person of color to win an Emmy for lead male in a drama, I believe, in the last, I believe, 18 years or something like that. It's been some time.
Oh yeah, that's where the Game of Thrones comic came from. I think it was from the red carpet of the
Yeah.
Emmys.
Yeah.
Well, only thing I'll say about the Emmys is the fact that my friends' opinions about television matter a lot more to me.
Yeah, than the Emmys
than
do,
the Emmys, because I guess my biggest thing is it's kind of like, it's the 21st century. I don't need like a bunch of magic people sitting behind a curtain that I've never heard nor seen of voting for stuff. To be perfectly honest, for the most part, I'm not going to watch anyway. It's like,
No.
I'm going to watch Game of Thrones because everybody's like, yo, son.
I'm gonna watch Stranger Things.
Right.
Because you trust the opinions of your peers.
Because they like the same. They're your peers because they
For a reason. Right.
You have some similar interests.
Exactly.
Exactly. Because I mean, you could come and tell me that Chantra's Canterbury Tales is on season 6 and it's awesome. And I'm like, yeah.
Watch that'll be next. Watch that'll be the next show on like HBO. It's gonna be the Canterbury Tales.
A bunch of random folks is on the Crusades. Yeah, talk about shows going deep. Yeah, the lightning bolts that would come out of that show would be awe-inspiring for decades. And on that
This actual
note,
final note,
we are actually done.
Yes.
So on behalf of your name,
my name is Megan,
and on behalf of
Serenity, hello.
this is Mr. Random.
okay.
And a good evening to all.
We'll come up with aliases next time. Bye.
Are you gonna be like radioactive ginger spice?
No, why would I be ginger spice of all the spices? You better give me my scary spice.
Because you're not really scary.
But we also
I know somebody who would definitely deny that.
You could be scary. You like friendly scary spice until you mess with me. That is malicious, death defying.
how do I end this?